Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another movie review, and it goes without saying that Marvel is, making some great films. Since they've teamed up with Disney, I mean, it's actually been one of the best fucking buyouts ever. We've gotten some quality films, Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier. We have been seeing some awesome fucking films from Marvel. X-Men Days of Future Past. We've had some excellent storytelling, some awesome character development. We've been seeing, movies from Marvel have come a long way. From fucking Ghost Rider to Guardians of the Galaxy, we have seen an astounding improvement in Marvel movies. We have. And it's, really given a lot of hope to the future. And I've been excited to see a lot of these films. My expectations were low for a lot of them, and thankfully, those expectations were exceeded. They might have been low initially, but, in the end, if it's a good film, there's nothing really to get so bent out of shape about. However, I went to go see the midnight screening, Thursday leading into Friday, 12 a.m., for Avengers, The Avengers Age of Ultron. And, I told you guys that I've avoided watching a lot of the trailers. I didn't want to be spoiled. I was looking forward to this one, a lot of hype around it. The original Avengers movie. It was okay. Very overrated. A lot of action. But, forgettable villains. Not a whole lot of character development or anything, one-dimensional characters. I could accept the whole action-packed, condensing everybody into one film. That's very difficult to do, but, I wasn't really, amazingly, astounded by the first Avengers movie. I've only seen it once, and that's when I saw the midnight screening 3 years ago for the first Avengers movie. So, I wasn't, fucking thrilled by it or anything. Might have given that film, a 7 out of 10. Did I even review it at the time? I think I did. Don't really remember, but I saw Age of Ultron. Yeah, I did, and I have to really say that I thought it fucking sucked. Kind of did, guys. Kind of sucked. And I know. You're already readying your keyboards. You're fucking hunched over like this. You've got the motherfucking keyboard ready, and you're about to fucking flame troll the shit out of me. You're gonna do whatever it takes to make sure you support this fucking film. And I must ask you, for what reason? For what reason? I gotta tell you, even my own friends are giving me a fucking tough time about this. Oh, you're just not familiar with the comics. You don't read comics anymore, so you don't understand it. And to those people, I say, fuck the comics. Fuck those fucking things and their fucking paper asses. If comics had asses, I would tell them to go get fucked up them. I don't know, that's about as much fucking substance of a joke as the fucking cheesy-ass jokes that were provided in this film. And that's just one of my many complaints about this fucking movie. This movie is a classic summer blockbuster. And that's not a good thing. Not necessarily a good thing. I'll throw that word in there. This movie is generic. It's boring. It's cliche. It's been done before. It's been done many fucking times before, people. There's nothing new in this movie that hasn't been done 1,000 fucking times. Hasn't been said 1,000 fucking times. This movie does nothing. Nothing for the future of Marvel movies. I had one fucking friend attack me We were discussing this on fucking Facebook, and attacked me about knowing about the comics and, not knowing about them, my fucking lack of knowledge for current comics. I stopped reading comics years ago because they bore the shit out of me. They're all over the place with the fucking stories. As I said, fucking Scorpion is Venom now. I'm just gonna fucking throw my hands up at that. I'm sorry, but as I explained in my Amazing Spider-Man 2 review about a year ago, I'm not putting up with that shit. I'm not fucking reading these comics. Ultimate Spider-Man sucks. I don't read that fucking shit. I don't like it. I don't like what it's done to the whole lore, to the whole mythos. All it's doing is just confusing people, alright? And comic fans, they want to stand by their superheroes, and that's all fine and well. And there's people that like to lie to themselves, and there's people that can't face disappointment, so they have to stick by it. And that's what a lot of people are doing with the case of Avengers: Age of Ultron. I'm almost fucking 7 minutes into this video, and I really haven't even fucking touched on that much of the actual movie. But I feel it's important that I give my views headed into this film, prior to fucking bashing the shit out of it. Just, so I know. So, so you get an idea of what I've been going through as of late, putting my thoughts up on Facebook and fucking shit like that. And my real friends, not fucking people from YouTube. I'm saying actual people attacking me. I've got half the people on my side, half the people fucking against me. A real life fucking war. Thank God I don't actually see these people anymore. They're from, other jobs I've had in the past or shit like that. People I don't even fucking talk to anymore, so at least I don't have to see them. Because if I did, I'd fucking punch him in the fucking face for fucking praising this movie. And I know it sounds a bit harsh to punch somebody in the face over a fucking movie, a piece of film. Something that's fucking rolled onto a reel. It's a fucking moving picture. But I'm sorry. I'm very passionate about film. I've explained this in the past. I've taken fucking film in college, and it fucked my head up bad. I can't sit through a fucking movie without picking the fuck out of it, because I've seen some truly great films. I've shared my thoughts on some of those truly great films right here on this very channel. And it goes without saying that if there's a truly great film, I will praise it. Guardians of the Galaxy, for example. Praise the shit out of that movie. Love the shit out of that movie. But when it comes to a movie like Age of Ultron, I'm going to have to fucking destroy it from top to bottom. And where should we start? Okay, well, how about the one-dimensional characters? Okay, so Captain America had some nice character development in Winter Soldier. We learned a little bit about him. This is a man that feels that he's kind of, let his past escape him. His past comes back to haunt him. His former buddy turns on him. It was a great movie. And that movie, The Winter Soldier, had excellent pacing. All the action scenes counted and were memorable. I still remember that scene with Nick Fury in the fucking van. Memorable scenes, memorable moments for the characters that demonstrated great development. And, there was some really sympathetic moments in there. There was some great shit. And overall, it provided us with a great fucking film experience. And I was crazy about that movie. And I think it's time that I rewatch that film. And I'm sure I will enjoy it, but maybe I won't. I don't fucking know. We'll see. But when it comes to this movie, everybody is one-dimensional. Even fucking Tony Stark. Where the whole... I hated Iron Man 3. I hated Iron Man 3. I thought that was a bunch of fucking nonsense. And Avengers was a lot like Iron Man 3, except it didn't have the same charisma that Tony Stark showed in 3. If there was any redeemable factors in Iron Man 3, it was that it was basically the fucking Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. show. It was basically a fucking comedy hour. You know, fucking Robert Downey Jr. was making a lot of jokes in that one. It was funny. There was some fucking funny scenes. You know, when that fucking kid helps him. You know, and he tries to play the orphan routine on him. You know, he tells him that it's not working. You know, if you remember that scene, it was funny. It really was. And it was entertaining to a point. But like I said, it was mostly because it was all about the fucking character development. And Tony Stark was the star of the show. Robert Downey Jr. turned in a great performance for Iron Man 3. Where's that performance here in Age of Ultron? A couple of fucking little quips here and there. Watch your language. Ah! Funny stuff. Yeah, like a fucking 3-year-old could have wrote the fucking dialogue in here. Making a big deal out of saying shit. You know, some stuff like that with Captain America saying shit. And, you know, fucking Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. just, you know, paying it back to him. It's a, like, here, you know, I know I'm kind of getting it jumbled up here a bit. But in the beginning of the film, and if you didn't know, spoiler alert, shouldn't be watching this video anyway if you're fucking concerned about spoilers, motherfucker. But in the beginning of the film, Tony Stark says shit or something like that, and Captain America says, watch your language, and it's like really awkward. And he's like, did you really just say that? And he's like, yeah, it just kind of slipped out. And, you know, I really don't know what was so funny about that. I was like, what? And from that point on, I knew that there was something gonna fucking suck about this movie. The first fucking words uttered out of the hero's mouth are lame as fuck. And you just know from that point on, it's gonna go downhill. Oh, Brad's getting critical. I'm gonna act like a fucking child now and fucking freak out. They're saying Age of Ultron sucks. My life is ruined. I can't handle an opinion on YouTube. Yeah, I know that's what you're saying right now, but stay tuned. You might want to watch however long this video goes. For God's sakes, we're already 12 minutes into it. We might as well just fucking roll with it. We don't edit this shit. Fuck no. Yeah, so the fucking opening line is fucking lame as fucking shit. It's not funny, it's dumb, it's childish, and, you know, I know they're trying to play off Captain America's squeaky clean image, but him saying it, he wasn't saying lame shit like that in Winter Soldier. So it's like, even though this Marvel Universe is connected, there's a lame-ass Captain America in this, you know, fucking scrunched-up version of the Marvel Universe. But in Winter Soldier, the character got to breathe a little bit. We got to know who he was. And his first line spoken in this film, after such an epic, awesome fucking movie, is language. No, I'm sorry, motherfuckers, but that's just not gonna fly with me. I'm sorry, but that was fucking lame. And they're after the staff. Again, and okay, so there you go. You know, so like the same fucking plot. And Quicksilver is different in this movie. And you know, you've got Scarlet Witch, and they're introduced in the first couple of minutes of this movie. And you know, Scarlet Witch is can make people fucking see things like they're on fucking LSD, basically. And shit like that. So that's all fine and well. And Quicksilver is different. You know, from that dude who plays in the American Horror Story is no longer playing Quicksilver. And I'll just tell you that really quick. We'll just get that out of the way right now. Quicksilver in Days of Future Past, that was an awesome portrayal of Quicksilver. He was funny. He was charismatic, he was witty, and this fucking version of Quicksilver is fucking lame, pathetic, whiny, and emo, just like Scarlet Witch. And they're basically hanging out with fucking Ultron through this whole thing, and for those people who don't know, Ultron is a creation of Tony Stark and Bruce Banner, a joint venture into creating a robot that is like some super fucking machine. And they created, and basically it's their fucking fault for creating this shit in the first place, and it ends up taking over, and it knocks the shit out of Tony Stark's computer, or Jarvis, or whatever, and fucking goes apeshit. And these kids are fucking butthurt because the fucking bomb warhead that destroyed their fucking village and killed their parents is basically a bomb from Stark Industries. And so they're butthurt, so now they want to fucking rape Tony Stark up the fucking ass. So they join up with a giant robot. For whatever reason, it's a robot looks fucking maniacal, looks dangerous, and let's just join up with him for the hell of it. Why not? That's comic book movies, so you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get so into that shape. That's mostly a joke there. Joining up with fucking robots that are bent on destruction for whatever reason. And, Ultron is like, I kind of liked what they were going for in a way. He wants to destroy the planet, but he's not fully committed to it yet. He kind of wants the human race to improve, but only if they don't, only if they don't improve, that's when he's going to destroy the planet. And, I didn't like the dialogue. It's like, alright dude, so do you want to destroy the planet or not? So he basically he uses his fucking internal network, whatever the fuck he's doing, to take over Tony Stark's, suits of armor. And these are basically his henchmen through the whole movie, and it's pretty much what the whole movie is. It's just basically fucking Avengers fighting these suits of armor, and fucking Ultron just sitting back, really not doing much. Fucking James Spader, awesome voice and shit like that. And all that stuff, nice, great, sitting back all lazy and shit. And the thing is, Ultron is supposed to be fucking badass in the fucking comics. He's supposed to be a badass motherfucker. And I will say this right now. He was not badass. He was not badass at all. In fact, he seemed downright lazy in this fucking movie. Just kicking back, not doing jack fucking shit, basically. Very little of him is shown fighting the Avengers. There's not a lot at all. Shut up! Fucking dogs barking at fucking shit. And basically, hold on a second. Let me shut this fucking door. It's my fucking review. It's getting destroyed by fucking animals, which are the only types of organisms that would be entertained by fucking shit like this. So anyway, where were we before the mindless barking? Oh yes, Ultron kicking back, not doing shit, barely fighting the Avengers. And in the end, he's just basically defeated like he's a sack of shit by the end of this fucking movie. And it's like Ultron is just pulling the strings from the background, and when he finally fucking steps on the battlefield, it's a disappointment. He doesn't seem as menacing as he's said to be. They're like, oh shit, Ultron. And when he does fight, it's like he's not really doing a whole lot. He doesn't seem all powerful. He seems kind of average. And it's really forgettable. It's like this villain is not really even that much of a threat most of the time. The fucking henchmen, fucking robot minions are doing fucking most of the work for him. And, it's okay to have fucking minions and shit like that. Like with General Zod, Man of Steel, which was a movie that a lot of people hated, but I loved. That movie is 10 times better than this. And that's where we're gonna get into this right now. And we're gonna fucking unscrew your fucking head for a lot of you fucking comic fans who are hating on me right now for watching this video. So, Ultron sucked. Didn't like how the character was portrayed. Disappointing. Flat villain that was confusing. His dialogue didn't even make that much sense. He wasn't even really committed to destroying the planet. He needs to take lessons from fucking Dragon Ball Z characters like Cell, who are hell-bent on destroying the planet, and know exactly what they want. Ultron is like a fucking confused woman that doesn't know what her fucking feelings or emotions are. So there we go. There's our sexist comment for this video. And so there you go, right there. Just joking, alright? You know, don't get all bent out of shape about this video. I'm fucking joking about a lot of stuff, but I do hate this movie. That's not a joke. So I'm going to compare this to Man of Steel right now. General Zod was a memorable villain in Man of Steel. He fucking kicked major ass. And by the end of that film, him and Superman were in an epic fucking battle of gods. They were fucking knocking each other through buildings. It was a work of art. It was exactly how I would envision a battle between Superman and Zod to be. And I love that fucking movie. And I said it right there in my review of it. I fucking loved The Man of Steel. I thought that was a great fucking flick. And it was a great fucking Superman film. And it was a great superhero movie overall. Age of Ultron wasn't. This villain, the villain is half the fucking thing. It's about the hero, or parentheses, plural with the S, you know, and the villain. The hero and the villain. If one of those isn't good, the movie is not going to go too far, and it's not going to reach any fucking form of greatness. You know, both ends of the spectrum, they've got to be pretty good, pretty close to being good, for the movie to be good. Because that's the characters. How can a movie be good if the characters suck? There's no fucking way. So, that movie had a satisfying finish and ending, and people were fucking butthurt because Superman killed Zod in the end by fucking breaking his neck. I loved it. But a lot of people hated it because it didn't seem canon, really, because Superman wouldn't kill somebody. He did kill somebody in the fucking 50s TV show, but I digress by leaving them on the mountaintop. Anyway, Superman's been killing people. He has. You know, he's done so in the past, but people don't like to acknowledge this. You know, oh, it doesn't count. It does. People have their own fucking perspectives on Superman. And not everybody wants the squeaky clean image that they kind of, for some reason, restored to Captain America after making him awesomely gritty and fucking Winter Soldier. Making him boring again. But anyway, back to my point. There's so much shit I hate about this movie that I just can't fucking stand it. And I have to get it all out here. I'm sorry, but you guys, this right here, this is my medium. This is my vessel to deliver my displeasure to you. I don't care how fucking long the video runs. This video's for you guys, and it's also for me. You know, this is a joint venture between the two of us. So just want to get that out of the way, get that disclaimer out of the way. So, yeah, that was an epic fucking battle at the end of Man of Steel. This battle at the end of the Avengers was not. There was nothing memorable about it. It was just a fucking a montage, basically, of all this fucking shit going on. And, you know, they have a scene with the fucking train. 1 minute, they're fighting on top of a fucking truck. The next minute, they're fighting on top of a fucking train. They're running through the train. The train goes off the tracks. And, you know, the train brings me back to Spider-Man 2. Probably one of the best fucking scenes in superhero, movie history. This is just my opinion, folks. Spider-Man 2, the train scene. That fucking scene, I always bring this up in conversations when I'm in real life, not here on YouTube, talking with my friends. about superhero movies, and we get all nerded out and fucking talk about this shit up the fucking ass. So bear with me. Whenever we talk about epic scenes and disappointments and shit, I always bring up this scene. Spider-Man 2, for me, personally, I don't know why Tobey Maguire doesn't do a good job of portraying Spider-Man, and in the essence that I want him to portray him. As I said, I have a little something for Spider-Man, you might say, and I take him seriously, and that's why I hated the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I like the way that Andrew Garfield played him. It was way more accurate than how Tobey Maguire did, but overall, the Tobey Maguire films are so much better. But anyway, the train scene is epic. It is amazing. It is heartfelt. It is emotional, and it feels so heroic. And the thing is, they take a lot of time. It's like a good 10 to 12 minutes for this scene. Spider-Man does everything to fucking stop this train. Finally, after using a shit ton of webbing, manages to just stop the train before it corrals off the fucking tracks. That scene, I ain't even talking about it. I'm not even fucking kidding you. It gives me fucking chills. I love it so much. It just feels so right. It feels so Spider-Man. It feels so epic. It feels like a classic movie moment. You know what I'm saying? That's one of those moments where it's just so fucking awesome. It's kind of like the Death Star blowing up in Star Wars: A New Hope. It's kind of like the Battle of Hoth in Empire Strikes Back. It's just one of those moments when you're just like, you put your fists, you clench your fists, and you're like, yes, this is greatness. I'm sitting here watching this movie, and I am watching something that is just forever engraved in my mind. And then they show the scene with, all the citizens in New York kind of crowd surfing Spider-Man like he's at some fucking metal show. Anyway, they're passing him back. They take off his mask. He's so young. He's the same age as my son. What a moment. And the reason why I'm using that is because I looked at the fucking train getting, off the tracks in the Age of Ultron, and I was like, man, this scene sucks in comparison to the one in Spider-Man 2. If they're going to do a train scene, don't even fucking bother. And I'm not saying that they can't do train scenes anymore in movies, but this is just, it's still Marvel. It's a different director. This ain't Sam Raimi. Maybe not as experienced of a director, but I'm just saying that this movie just had nothing memorable about it. All it did was make me think of movies that were so much better. And what I'm getting at here is there was nothing that this movie did to set it apart or make it original, or make it feel like it was, wholesomely entertaining. Like, I didn't feel at any point in this movie as like, yeah, that's awesome. That is something I'm going to remember forever. There isn't one moment in this movie where I thought that. There was no classic moments. There was nothing in this movie that made it memorable. Nothing epic. Nothing fantastic. Nothing exceptional. Nothing extraordinary. Not a single goddamn fucking thing about this movie set it apart from the rest of the field. Everything about it just wasn't original, wasn't super, entertaining. And this is an epic movie, so it should be super entertaining. The movie wasn't completely boring. There was a couple of parts which, it's alright, but this is the fucking Avengers. It shouldn't be alright, it should be amazing. This is Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America, Thor. The greatest fucking heroes of all time. Some of them, fucking Spider-Man's not there, but whatever, he'll be there in the future. I'm probably not gonna like how they portray him in those movies, but fuck, you know what I mean? These are great heroes, these are classic heroes, they're all in the same movie. Something like this years ago wouldn't even be fucking possible. But the premise alone doesn't give it a pass. And I know that's what a lot of you people are doing out there. We already have one Avengers movie, so it's kind of like you want to kind of give it a little bit of a pass because it's the first of its kind. We've never seen anything like this before. Okay, I could see that. First Avengers movie wasn't great. Also didn't have anything that memorable about it. And I also want to state this about the fucking film. Hawkeye and Black Widow, they're just there and they don't need to be there. And yes, I know they're in the Avengers in the comics, and I know that. But they just seem so pathetically inadequate side by side by the rest of the Avengers. I mean, you have the fucking God of Thunder. This fucking immortal motherfucker, Thor. You've got Captain America, badass shield, fucking, super powerful, the Hulk. He's a fucking monster. Iron Man, fucking awesome ass suit, fucking blasting the shit out of people. And then you got Hawkeye, who's got a bow and arrow, guys. And Black Widow, she's acrobatic. You put them side by side and they just look like fucking losers. I mean, it just is. It's kind of like the fucking, gym class mentality. It's just not appealing. It's kind of like in high school, fucking shit that you hated. The fucking jock who's fucking built, the big diesel motherfucker. Girl looks at this guy, huge ass fucking muscles, big ass biceps and shit, and then sees a skinny, nerdy dork. And the girl's probably going to be attracted visually to the fucking hunky looking muscular guy. I'm bringing that comparison here for this movie. You see Hawkeye and Black Widow fighting alongside these fucking diesel-ass motherfuckers. And you're just like, why are they even there? Well, why did the Avengers even give these guys the time of day? They're not doing fuck all. They didn't do fucking shit in this movie. And I think they heard those complaints about the first movie, that Hawkeye's there and just hanging out with his fucking bow and arrow, doing nothing. I don't know, fucking sticking arrows up his ass and shit. I don't fucking know why he's there. But this is our transition into the comedy aspect of this fucking film. And there is plenty of jokes in here. And they're all fucking terrible. I'm just sitting there and I just didn't laugh. I think I giggled maybe at one part of this movie, and I think it was probably I laughed at something that other people didn't think was funny. That it was an obvious joke, but what everybody else was the main big laughs. I hate that about fucking movies like this. You've got these big fucking blockbuster movies, and they always put something like some witty saying in there that, you just know that everybody, has to laugh at it. They put it in there, and it's so fucking cheesy, dumb, and boring, and just, not even boring, that's not a good adjective. It's just so, contrived. It's so unoriginal and just in there for the sake of a cheap laugh. Cheap laughs, it's just, it's in poor taste, basically. Any fucking self-respecting director would not put this type of fucking humor in a movie, but it's like that scene that's just, the cute little scene, the cute little comedy scene. I hate those fucking scenes. I do. I really do. I really don't want to get bent out of shape about, you can be like, Brad, you just want people to laugh. You want to laugh? I want to laugh if it's fucking funny, alright? I don't want to laugh at some fucking contrived-ass bullshit that's not even that great. I mean, come on, guys. They're all fucking sitting around trying to lift up Thor's hammer. And they did this fucking comedy bit in the first Thor movie. Remember when the fucking, what was it, the CIA or FBI, whatever, when they fucking quarantined that little area with Thor's hammer, and everybody's trying to pick it up and they can't. And people were laughing at that too, because, oh, it's Thor's hammer, only Thor can pick it up. You know, it's like, I laughed at that because I liked Thor. I thought that was a good movie. I liked the fish out of the water element they put there. It was, I liked Thor. And, you know, I really did. I liked the first Thor movie. I liked it better than any of the Iron Man movies. The first Captain America movie, I think it eventually lost out to Winter Soldier, of course. That being the best individual Avengers movie by far, mind you, by far. It really was that good. And they repeat that joke, and they're having drinks, and they're all having a good time trying to lift up the hammer, and they all know damn well that they can't lift it up, but they're doing it anyway, and it doesn't make sense, and it's a repeated joke, but every single character has to try to lift up this Thor's hammer. That's all it is, really. That's all it is. I really can't put it in a more eloquent way. You know, I have no choice but to put it in layman's terms. So that's all the scene fucking involves. Them trying to pick up Thor's hammer. You've been with this guy for how long, and you damn well know that you can't pick up Thor's hammer. You should even know that even when you're fucking tipsy, motherfucker. So why even bother? For the sake of fucking laughs? Repeating a joke that was already in a fucking prior movie? Alright? So, why do it? And after every failed attempt by one of the Avengers, they make some zany facial expression like, you know, and every single person that took a crack at it picking up that hammer, the fucking crowd that I was in for my midnight screening was uproarious. They were laughing their asses off like it was the fucking funniest thing they've ever seen. And Brad, maybe you just don't have a sense of humor. I'll tell you what I have. I have fucking taste, motherfucker. So fuck you. Seriously. I think if everybody knows one thing about me, they know this. Based on my fucking reviews here on YouTube, and we do a lot of those. I have a sense of humor. For God fucking sakes, I talk about sticking shit up your ass half the fucking time, motherfuckers. So, I'm not saying that, oh, there needs to be eloquent jokes and shit like that. No! They could be fucking zany jokes, I don't care, but these jokes are cliche and they're fucking dumb. And they're repeated. They're repetitive. You know, they're reruns, basically. And is this what we're doing? Not only are we fucking taking the same fucking plot and scenarios and scenes that are basically identical to the first movie that weren't even that good to begin with. It wasn't a good movie to begin with. And, you know, like I said, that movie is superior just because it's the first of its kind. But if I went back and watched it again, who knows? That movie might even be worse than this one. I don't know. I don't care. I probably won't even watch that movie again. Who the fuck knows? Maybe we'll revisit in the future if that's what you people want. If you want me to go and review that again. If you don't fucking hate my guts after this one. But yeah, cheesy ass jokes, and why do it? You know, it's like, that's just, they knew everyone was going to laugh at it because it's kind of the mandatory, it's kind of like the chain reaction. You probably wouldn't laugh at it if you were at home watching it on DVD, or you might chuckle at it, okay? But you wouldn't be like, like people were around me. I was like, Jesus, dude, fuck, it's not that funny. Fucking here, God. Anyway. You know, but it's kind of like one person laughs and in a split second that person hears that laugh, oh, I better laugh too, so they all fucking laugh. And you would be under the impression that fucking George Carlin was on the screen and he was fucking came back to life and was telling new fucking material that was downright hilarious. No! It wasn't George Carlin. This was just some lame shit repeated scene that now it's funny because all the Avengers are doing it. And it's a mandatory comedy scene, so everyone has to laugh at it. Alright? And then. Oh, I almost got away from this. Because I'm getting sidetracked here. We were talking about Hawkeye, right? No, he has a part in here too. More lame, retarded little fucking one-liner comedy bits are here. But they go back to Hawkeye's house with his fucking girlfriend. And they're just there for what reason? They're not wounded. They're just there fucking relaxing. And why? Why are they there? Why? No, seriously, like, really? Why? Why the fuck are they there? For what reason are they in Hawkeye's house? And I know why they're there. Don't be a smart ass and tell me why. I know. They are trying to give Hawkeye a fucking personality. Oh, Hawkeye has a family too. So, guys, he's not the boring fucking cookie cutter motherfucker you thought he was in the first movie. Well, guess what? He still is. I don't give a shit if he's got a girlfriend and he lives in some big fucking farmhouse in the middle of nowhere. Fuck Hawkeye. Fuck his stupid bow and arrow. Fuck his ass. His inefficient ass. I don't fucking care about Hawkeye. Neither does anybody else. And no one, unless you're fucking simple-minded as fuck, is going to let this scene affect them and their judgment on Hawkeye and somehow believe that he's the most awesome Avenger because of this, because he's got his own scene. Oh, wow. The Hawkeye scene. So amazing. How boring. I mean, really. Hey, Tony, would you mind taking a look at my tractor? Fuck your tractor, bitch. I'm Tony Stark, motherfucker. I'm fucking Iron Man. Why am I at this stupid, rundown, shitty-ass farmhouse when I could be out there fucking bitches? Yeah, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Why is he here hanging out like a fucking dumbass at a fucking farmhouse being asked to look at someone's tractor? Fuck off! What the fuck was the point of this? It was like fucking Iron Man 3 all over again. Let's just fucking deviate from the whole fucking plot of this movie. Let's go over here for a minute and do absolutely fucking nothing for 30 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it was. Oh my god, there could have been so much fucking time cut out from this movie. I mean, you gotta be fucking kidding me. They could have cut so much fucking time out of this movie. It's fucking ridiculous. They wasted so much fucking time here, guys. I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm sitting there staring at this. Are they done yet? They're just eating, drinking beer for whatever fucking... Oh, that's nice, you know. I'd like to be doing that. No, but instead, oh, come pay $14. Sit there like at midnight watching people eat and drink at a fucking farmhouse for 20 minutes. In the biggest epic blockbuster of the year. The fuck are they thinking? I'm looking... Fucking... Rolling Stone giving this fucking movie 3.5 stars. Fuck you, Rolling Stone. I don't know if that was clear or not, but I'm holding up both middle fingers. They're paid off to say that this movie is good. Rolling Stone, I thought you guys were fucking artsy liberals. You know, ooh, we only like fancy movies. Well, alright, this was not a fancy-ass movie. It was a fucking piece of shit. Alright? Oh, Brad, you're not following along with the comics. This movie referenced comics that had mad Easter eggs, yo. I don't give a shit about Easter eggs. I don't care what this movie's set up for. I don't fucking care if they showed Thanos at the end credits. Because if Ultron was supposed to be badass, well, what happened with that? Are they gonna do the same shit with Thanos? Hope not. I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand. There's some smart reviews out there. Some people know this for the fucking crock of shit that it really is. That this is not a good movie. That it really is just a fucking mess. I mean, the way how this movie was put together and edited, it's like the fucking director had ADD on a fucking sugar rush. I mean, it's just like, action, 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 action. You can't even appreciate anything. See, Guardians of the Galaxy, Days of Future Past, slow it down, nice story, you had your source material there. It was changed a bit. Might have not been Wolverine who went into the past to save the future, but, little small minor changes to make things a little bit more exciting and satisfy certain people. That's fine with me. We could do that, and look at that. A wholesomely satisfying movie with great character development, great acting, great and memorable action scenes. Well, see, everybody was happy with that movie, right? There was no... Here, there's a lot of that. It's all over the place. It's like a fucking collage. This movie is a collage of just craziness. I mean, it really is. I really want to compare it to, taking a big-ass shit and then, getting a fucking easel. Then putting, just setting up with some poster board and taking my turds and just flinging them at the fucking poster board. And just, or the canvas, whatever. I couldn't think of fucking canvas. That was the word I was throwing at the fucking canvas. And the shit just fucking, some shits are fucking missing the fucking canvas, and other ones are hitting it dead on. They're just sliding all over the place, sliding down, and you have a collage of shit. There you go. There's Age of Ultron. It's just fucking random. It's just, just no regard for civilized fucking movie making, for God's sakes, just fucking, the civilized art, would be more accurate to use in this comparison, because I'm just basically taking my turds and throwing at the canvas. Look at me, I'm uncivilized, I'm like a fucking gorilla throwing my shit all over the place, so, look at me, look at me, I'm a fucking gorilla throwing my shit at the fucking canvas. Can I be a director too? Because, look at me, I'm making art. Ooh. Come on. Do I have to fucking smell outfit? I have to jump up and down like a fucking monkey? I can make a blockbuster too. Look at me. Because I'm flinging my shit all over the fucking place, shoving a banana up my ass. Right? If the fucking director could act like a fucking monkey and treat this movie like he's a fucking ape, because that's all he's doing. He's just fucking throwing shit all over the place. Anyone can do that. Seriously, I've seen fucking first, second graders that have more artistic talent come up with better ideas than half the shit in here. I mean, seriously, you guys out there, if you don't have kids, you have nieces and nephews, haven't they said more intelligent lines of dialogue that were cuter than some of the cutesy shit in here? That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? If your fucking 8-year-old niece says more clever shit than fucking Iron Man, we got a goddamn problem with this movie. I'm just gonna say that right now. And it really wasn't. You know what I mean? It's like, I feel like everyone's obligated to like this movie because it's such a huge fucking movie with such a high budget. But it's better than fucking Age of Extinction, the Transformers movie, Transformers 4. Okay, I'm not gonna go that far. This movie does have a couple of little entertaining moments. I won't go careening off a fucking cliff. So, we're not gonna go that far. But Jesus, this movie pissed me off. I really fucking hated it. I walked out of the theater telling my friends that this got a 7 out of 10 from me. I told them a lot of the complaints, but after warring with other people that I haven't seen fucking years about this movie on Facebook and shit, I really realized that I hate this fucking movie, and I hate a lot of comic fans, because they make so many excuses. oh guys, this just sets up for the next movie. Well, I paid $14 just to see this movie set up for another movie. Why can't this movie be good? So, this movie has to suck so this other movie could be good. Are you fucking retarded? Are you on fucking drugs? Are you on crack? Is your brain fried? This movie has to suck for the hour to be awesome. The fuck is your problem? Isn't that what you said for the first Avengers movie? This movie's not that great, but the second one's going to be awesome because they're going to have Thanos in it and shit. Well, Thanos wasn't in this one. He's going to be in the third one. Oh, so this one has to suck too, right? So when we get to Thanos, it's going to be awesome. So the other two movies, they're just shit because they're referencing the comics. They're building it up to. It's gonna, lead to the Civil War and the fucking Infinity Wars and shit with the gems and, Can we just get to that already? Can we get to the awesome shit that's gonna happen? Why do we have to, wade through this fucking waste heap of a fucking dunghill, fucking mountain of fucking bullshit, so we can get to the good shit? But that's not the case, because you're just making excuses about it. That's all you people are fucking doing with the comics. Oh, this is the way it has to be because it's the comics. The comics. The comics. The comics. Shut the fuck up with your fucking comic-ass bullshit. I don't give a fuck about how you think it's supposed to be and Marvel does this. The movie sucks, alright? This movie is not good. It's not good. The characters are one-dimensional. The action's all over the place. It's not memorable. It's poorly edited, poorly put together. The fucking villain sucks. He looks like a fucking pussy half the time. And the fucking movie's comedy bits are not funny. But it's following the comics. Shut up. I don't care if they're not going about it the right way. They're not. I know this storyline. It's fucking epic. And I didn't even mention the Vision. And as my friend told me that I went to see this with, God, I wish he had a fucking YouTube channel. Dude's name is Jonathan. He would do excellent. I might fucking bring him on this channel one time so he could maybe give his opinion on this movie or other movies, and he will also tell you why he also thinks that Man of Steel is an awesome fucking movie and is very underrated. Damn. Anyway. So for the people that do have me on fucking Facebook, Jonathan is the one who I went to go see this movie with. And he agreed with me on a lot of points. And I know that's just one person. You're gonna be like, fuck your friend. We don't care about him. Well, fuck you. Right? It was the same fucking shit that he agreed with me on this, is that fucking Ultron was a fucking pussy, and he was supposed to be a badass in the comics, and it wasn't the way how it was supposed to be. And, the thing is, supporting me on this, and he knows the comics too, it wasn't this boring in the comics. Alright? The comics were good. It's supposed to be fucking epic. It's not supposed to be boring like this, so stop defending it. Basically what you're saying is because they're referencing the comics, by that association, the comics suck too. Do you realize what you're saying there? Alright? Movie was not good. Sucked. Gonna end it right there, right? Movie was not good. They're referencing comics. I don't care about the Easter eggs. Half the time I don't even fucking see them or care. I don't care. I don't go to the movies to see Easter eggs. I go there to see films. I go there to see a good storyline, to see characters that are going to develop in something and mean something, and I can relate to them or see them doing cool shit. Crazy stuff happens to them, which leads to more crazy shit, and, they learn from it and shit, and, cool stuff, I want to see cool stuff! I don't want to see the Avengers trying to pick up Thor's hammer. I don't want to see the Avengers fucking at a farmhouse. I don't want to see a bunch of fucking random fighting scenes just with the same fucking repetitive shit, just because it's all out action. But some people do. And I realize that this is my opinion, and judging by the recent success of Furious 7, which I didn't even see, but all I had to see was a bunch of fucking cars being parachuted out of a fucking plane to know that that's not the movie for me. I realize that I'm probably in the minority in hating this movie. Because, some people like this type of shit. Some people wanted to see them picking up the hammer. Some people wanted to see Hawkeye's fucking farmhouse. Some people wanted to see a bunch of fucking ADD shit all over the place. I understand that. To each his own. But this is my video. This is my opinion. And I didn't like it. I don't like ADD shit like that. And I don't like fucking boring ass scenes that don't have to do with fuck all. That's my opinion. You don't have to respect it, but there's really nothing you could do about it. It's my video, and it's my opinion. I thought it sucked dick. So, yeah, this video's almost an hour long. This is probably the longest fucking video I've ever done. But then again, I'm pretty happy with it. I feel a lot better. I get to fucking scream and yell. I got to fucking voice my displeasure with comic fans, movie fans, and just everybody in general, So, this is better than paying for a psychologist. You can't go to a psychologist and just ramble on about a fucking movie you hated. But that's why they have YouTube. So you can do it in person. And that's just wonderful. And thank you, YouTube, for providing this amazing medium for me. Thank you. I'll take a bow to even the people who hate this video. And if you agree with me, you're smart. I'm not saying that you're not smart if you disagree with me, but you might want to rethink your opinion on this one. Just really think about some of the things I said about this film, and you might change your opinion. I'm not saying that you're going to go directly to hating it, but I think I kind of probably swayed the opinions of some people. Well, thanks for hearing me out, motherfuckers. Catch you on the flip side.